It's good.
Good. Okay, y'all don't see too much ceiling, do you? I don't want you to see too much ceiling.
Oh, you're funny. I never said that
I
specifically.
know, but I looked at it and it was, a little off. But that doesn't shock anyone that mine was a little off, does it?
Yeah, and people do what they can with what they have. Sometimes you stream from a different room and your setup is not ready to go. So it's cool going on the fly also. So no stress. The thing is, when you present your item, make sure that people see everything. Yeah, Ladonna, that's what I was saying at the start. I cannot access anything on my computer right now. So
Huh.
um, on the phone, everything is working well. You've closed, and okay, that's what I did. And right now, I will try to see if I can stream on my YouTube. It's supposed to be linked. It's been a while.
Well, I
Yeah.
see that Misty just opened up the chat to everyone on YouTube. So hello in YouTube
Hey,
land.
okay, so I
Hey
I
Jerry,
wasn't.
how are you? Hey LaDonna. Y'all, I've been out of the loop this morning. Out of the loop.
That's okay.
We
So
we were I was on task, sometimes you just gotta keep on task. And I said, um, okay, let me make this phone call really quickly to make an appointment with the Texas retirement system, right? And apparently you don't do that. I'm new to the whole game because I didn't think I would ever be able to retire this soon. And I'm like, hey, I just want an appointment. Let's just see when I'm going to be eligible to retire. You hear her typing her little, and she goes, well, based on your age and your years of experience here in Texas, your retirement date could be as early as December 2026. I'm like, I'm sorry, what did you just say?
okay, yes, please.
And I was like, I'm not prepared for that. I am surely not prepared for that at all. I had, because I'll be moving back. So, you gotta sell a house and close a business and get a thing set up over there. So I was just like, holy cow, yeah. I
So
won't be retiring.
your plan is to go back to
Yes, ma'am.
South Carolina.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, awesome. You will be closer. So I will be able to go down by myself driving. Woohoo, road
Oh God,
trip,
that's gonna
baby.
be far. Yes, it will be fabulous. I get to go back near my mom. My dad's in Florida, so my uncle's in the same state as my mom. So all of that is great. But I really was not prepared for all that. And then I'm just gonna say, like, retirement math is not the same as real math. So yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's really weird. Let me get this light. I did not plug in this light because I thought I had enough overhead light. Yeah, it is good to know there's an option because some days are iffy with when you go to work, right, Dana? Some days are very, very iffy.
Yeah, and someday you wish it was even closer.
Yeah. You're like, oh my gosh, do I have to do this today?
Hey, it's Misty. I'm just popping in to say that I'm having problems logging on myself. So
Oh, okay.
on my
From the
laptop.
computer or your
Yeah,
phone?
for my computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Yeah, for me on my computer, it started yesterday when I was filling the catalog for today.
Mm-hmm.
It kept logging me out of my dashboard and all, and sending me a code that I had to enter every time. So I said, well, usually I just open my browser and it's all there and all.
Yeah.
So, and now it just opened the home page, but I'm not logged in. So when I try to log in, it says error upstream, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
that's
blah.
what
So
mine is
I,
saying too.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Well, I think this happened. Didn't the website, the actual website part where you log in, that was it took a little bit of a tumble the other day too. LaDonna says, please put on subscriber
I have it
mode. Good
on.
morning.
Um.
Um,
Okay. I don't know how to do that on my. So I,
Do
I
you
see
want me
that.
to help you? If
Did
you
Jilly,
go,
she can walk you through that to help you put on subscriber mode. Good
Jilly's
morning.
background just makes me so
I,
freaking happy.
I know. She's got it going on over
Good
there.
grief.
I got creepy babies.
Well, yeah, I mean that's always. Do you want me to talk you through it?
Okay. So yeah, we can try that. If it's too complicated, I will
No, it
just.
shouldn't be.
It's
So
easy.
just go with to where you're customizing your channel
Yeah.
to your dashboard, and then click into your content and everything. Go to your and then on the side, on the left hand side, right underneath where your thumbnail is in your studio, you'll see details, and then right underneath that it should be customization.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Click
And
on customization.
yeah.
Oh boy, yeah, we need to, yeah. And then you'll see live
Amen.
chat, participant modes. Go to subscribers and toggle that,
Look, Dana, she likes your postcard. So I put it up here for her. She likes it.
and then you can set the duration, how long
She loves
you
it.
want them to be subscribed.
Weeks is good.
Yeah,
5 weeks, 5 months, something like that.
yeah.
So Jerry asked a question about will I finish out the school year? I am not prepared to retire this school year.
Why
When
not?
because when I retire, it is actually like retire, sell the house, move to South
Oh,
Carolina.
right, right. Yeah, I see.
So,
I want Mark to retire tomorrow, so we can do all of that.
well, I will be. My goal is, y'all. My goal is to get basically everything set up in South Carolina and use these that year, a year, to just you know, move. And then that way I can be gone. And my house will sell very quickly because of where it is located. And it is like starter homes, new family starter homes.
Yeah,
And so they turn very quickly here.
yeah.
So it's easy to sell this, but I'm one of those people that I have to have somewhere with structure to land before I just go, oh, I put the house on the market because my house was on the market for 5 days and I was the fourth full price offer.
Nice.
So I,
I
I worry that they're going to be like, you need to be
Did
out
you
by
find it,
whatever.
Jilly?
no.
Okay, hold on. And I may be able to use my thing to show you. Let me see if I can get my computer up. I'll just turn the thing around and show you.
You said okay. So I have my live stream right
You're
now.
on your, yeah. So you see details on the far left hand side.
Is she in the studio first of all foremost? Are you on the
Yes.
YouTube studio?
Yes.
Let
Right
me.
now I'm in the studio.
Can you
And
share
are you
your
under your
screen?
live? Are you under your live tab at the top?
Yep.
Then go to the far left where it says like dashboard and content.
I don't have that.
Oh,
Okay, hold on.
okay. All right. So go into your, okay. Go to your main, just go to your studio where it'll say it'll show all of your videos. Like go to your channel content where you see all of your videos.
You want me to turn my camera around, Misty?
That's my main page.
Okay.
Now
Yeah, Beth, why don't you try doing that?
Okay, so y'all
I
stay.
click
Hold
on.
on.
I click on customize channel.
So yes, so here's your
Yes.
channel content. You're going to
Yes.
go down here to customization, and then the one you should see a well, I don't have one to do, but you should when you go to customization right here, you should be able to scroll down and put on subscriber mode. Let me
my
see.
custom
Hold
my
on.
customization.
You got to go
That's
into your live, the live that you're in right now, the video
Yeah.
that you're in right now.
Okay. So we went to the lives. Here is like this right here. So if you're into the live where you are, so say this is me live, are you, but that is your homepage. Are you in the YouTube content? I mean, the YouTube studio.
I was, but just a
It would,
second.
it's going to look like, it'll say, where is it at? This is be your YouTube studio, not your channel.
What the hell?
We'll get it.
I was in. Okay, if I click content
Now go to
live.
live. Yep.
Y'all saw
Yep.
all,
Yep.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Now click on your live.
Click on the live you're in right now.
Yep.
No, click on the video.
Oh, okay.
Now go to the very, very far left underneath details. It says customization.
Oh,
Hey,
there you go.
there you go. You did.
Okay, so
Now scroll down.
subscriber,
Yeah. And you're going to go to custom.
and
Hey,
then
y'all.
I.
Thank y'all
Okay.
for being in. We're going to get started in a second. We want to make sure everybody's safe and sound. Hi, Cecilia Torres. Sometimes it is easy to move in the US. It can.
Okay.
Laura said it's her background is dopamine decorating, Misty.
Ooh, it is dopamine decorating. My goodness.
Hey, Nifty. Yes, I'll finish out this school year, Jerry, but yeah, there you go. Now the chat is open to everyone. Just make sure that it has subscriber on. LaDonna does like 5 years, 5 months or something crazy like that.
Okay. I see that. I see that, and I see that.
She does 5 months. Sorry, LaDonna, I thought it was 5 years. I just always laughed when she said that. And then it's just easy to click on 5 months.
Okay.
Does it say that she's got subscriber mode on? Anybody
Yep.
that goes over to Jilly's channels can see that she has subscriber mode. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you know how to do it because it keeps the save yourselves. The world is ending, people. And
I
the
mean,
let me
all of
see
that
the
is true. With one day, it is all going to stop
Okay.
spinning.
Yay. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I'm all set. Woo. Good thing. That's a good thing.
Yes. We had so much fun. I got to actually talk to Jilly last night on FaceTime. We talked way longer than we anticipated, but it was so good to actually get to just have some conversation with her in our little talk about what today will be about. And I'm excited. We've done some
Yes,
good work.
because we have a lot to cover. We started a bit with Misty last week about the Christmas trends and all, but now you went deep, 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 and I love that. So you'll bring what, man, about five major trends.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I remember,
Hmm.
and in the catalog I have put Christmas related items. Of course, not just Santa Claus and things like that, because you will explain to us how to think outside the box, right?
I think we will talk about it. Hey, Karen. I think we were going to kind of kick off. Y'all tell us what you think is trending in the vintage world right now. So I know we've got sellers, we've got viewers, we've got buyers, we've got vintage lovers, antique collectors. And what is trending when you're going out and when you're looking for your own collections? What is trending right now? Somebody put in what they think is trending. And then we're going to talk about something that we found listed as super trending right now. And we've both talked about we've had these things and we were like, that's not really moving. And, you put them away or you get rid of them. And now we've kind of figured out the cycle for trend is what, 3 to 5 years is what we were
Yeah.
talking about yesterday.
Yeah, right now that's about that. Yes.
It's crazy. Anybody got something that they think is trending right now? We've talked about some of the most common things. I can name like three very common things that we've talked about. Most will say brass and fairy lamps. My ladies' hats are going well.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
vintage frames. The kiddos love actual photos. Cross stitch pieces. Hang on to that, Laura. Hang on to that. The brass, hang on to that. So we kind of looked at just a general search. Jilly and I were talking about, where we kind of look. I'm in a couple of Facebook groups, mainly because they have some good information out there. Those
Mhm.
collectors creating these Facebooks. I'm in a Houston Glass Facebook too, and that's kind of how I'm learning more about glass. They actually have a glass show that's huge here, and I haven't been yet, but I want to go, and it's not too far. We found that vintage pie plates with recipes printed on them are having a major resurgence in the vintage world via social media like TikTok and Instagram. There was actually one that I saved. I don't know how to post that, but I can repost it on Instagram or was it Facebook? But I don't know if it will let me post it in the social links category. But it is a lady talking about those big ceramic pie plates,
Mhm.
right? And they have the picture and they have the recipe on there. And they said that they're attributing it to the cottage core and something else that's being called retro nostalgia. So we've got two keywords going on right there. The cottage core has been, granny core, cottage core, all of those. That's been going on. And then now I'm hearing what they're calling retro nostalgia, which would make total sense, right?
Yeah.
Because what did we talk about, Jilly, yesterday about we call them the kids because I'm old, right? So the kids that, it's generational. I was saying to her, I see in my shop, grandma, mom, and young children, boys and girls, are loving the vintage. So grandma's got the life experience,
Yep.
she had it all, right? And then mom grew up with it, dad grew up with it, so they're used to seeing that in their homes. And now you've got the kids where we call them kids, but they're probably in their 20s, 30s, maybe even, because my gosh, I could have a 30-year-old. Ain't that scary? But they are now digging this in this retro, and the kids, we also talked about with your collections and things that you like to sell, though those people who are into what the toys and all of that 80s, 90s, they're now parents and they have money
Mhm.
to buy things. They can rebuy their whole childhood, right? Yeah.
That's how it started for me with the toys. My first really big find for me that I was looking for, that that tree house. Remember? So
Oh yeah.
when I started looking at toys and I said, "Oh my god, I had that. I really want that back." And then I bought it. It's not for sale. That one is for me. Plus, now after that, I went through photos and I found a picture of me having receiving that at my birthday. So it's
I
crazy.
love it.
I have the box also. So it's a full circle. So that's what started my toys and saying, "Oh, I had that. I want that," and building. And now I'm selling through that because sometimes I find a, a double or some piece that I don't want to keep, so I'm okay with that. But yeah,
Laura says, is that a Sunshine Family one?
that's the three totes. Oh no, that's the. I put my box upstairs. The family tots. I
Is it Family Tot? Like the
yeah, yeah,
little, they have little tiny people in them?
yeah. And I have the dog like
Is
this.
it the black and white? Oh my gosh. Yes, the black and white dog.
Yes.
Those
So
are so cute.
I don't have the car. I'm missing the mom and the car. I don't have the car. But
Okay, well, put a picture of it in in looking for, because y'all, we've got some great tabs. Um, so she is, if you're looking for something to complete it, mom left, she's had enough. She took the car, she's peaced out, she's gone thrifting.
I'm
Thank
out
you
of
later.
here.
So there's a tab for all of our VAMP friends. And
Yes.
if you're on YouTube, you need to come over on VAMP because we're not just a selling platform. It is a social community platform, and we do some selling to people who collect and mainly to our friends because we like the same stuff. But it's full of things. There's static, there's live sales, and quite frankly, we think we're fun. Games, all the things. So she's day drinking in Cabo, says Buck. She's at
And
the bins, Val. She's at the bins.
La Donna is talking about Etsy trends. So yeah, when Etsy publish their big report every
Mm,
season, that's a really good place to look at keyword, what you can put in your shop, um,
aren't
and
those
it's
called
always
SEOs or something? What
those are the trend reports.
But it gives you the
Yeah,
it gives you like the keywords, or those are called SEOs or something. Is that what you call those? I don't know. I don't Vamp is my only online thing. Yes. The see, LaDonna, I listen. Where do you find this report? Says Val.
if you have an Etsy shop, it should be published under your dashboard, and you can click on that. You receive an email also when it's ready.
Okay. Search engine optimization, says Indiana Jerry.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Hey, Cece.
SEO. SEO,
Yeah.
it's what we say when you use a word, a keyword that
Yeah.
the search engine are picking up easily, and then you get categorized and all. So yeah, keyword from those report, um, you can you can see, like, of course, summer, it's always about weddings. So
Yeah.
if you have something appropriate for that, vintage wedding, of course, for us it's vintage. um,
But remember, we just changed the date, y'all, here on Vamp to make it more fluid for those sellers um, who are listing, right? So you're gonna have a Vamp price, right? And then if you're buying, you're gonna have another platform price. And the reason is because the fees for the sellers. So best prices are going to be here on Vamp. We also take offers here on our static listings through messages. So if you're a buyer, if you're a collector, if just love vintage, if you're looking for something to do that with, Vamp has all the same stuff, all the same stuff. But I want to go back because Nifty said we were talking about the pie plates with the
yes,
recipe as being the trend. And I think you can pop up a couple of the ones that we found.
yes.
Um, a couple of the ones that I found were from Elisa, and she is Purple Bandana. So click on that vintage apple pie ceramic plate right there. If
And
you see that,
I know you said she had two, but I just found one, so maybe she sold the lemon pie.
so I didn't find it through searching. I found it because I don't know if she didn't put that in the title, but she had a lemon meringue one as well. Now, if she sold it before right now, I don't know. But so she has two. And Elisa, if y'all are not following Elisa from Purple Bandana, she is super consistent, super
Yeah,
positive, brings wonderful things. I have thoroughly enjoyed her.
I think she's on a 2 years role of doing shows on the Tuesday or Wednesday night.
Tuesday at
Tuesday.
like 6:30.
Yeah. So I
My
remember. Yeah, she's.
Yeah. Okay, so LaDonna says Google Etsy.com seller trend and you should be able to see a link. And then Laura says if you don't like an offer, remember to heart it, and some sellers will send offers. Now, just because you heart it doesn't mean that we're gonna pressure you to purchase it. We've heard from our friends and our viewers and all that kind of stuff that sometimes they heart it so they remember. So you
Yeah.
know when it's time for them to make a purchase, then and they still want that, or they're looking but they haven't decided on which one of these things that they want. They can go back and easily find it.
Yeah.
So yeah, she is very sweet.
Yeah. Now that I cannot use my computer for the VAMP streaming, usually when Bug and I were doing that, we were tagging. Oh, thank you, Dana. Dana just tagged Purple Bandana Resale because those items in the catalog are not from me. I think you have one because when I select the items, it's never by the sellers, it's the item. Then I click and add to stream, and I think I clicked on one of yours, Beth. So
Oh,
uh,
did I? Do I have something in there?
maybe I'm not sure if I remember. I think you have one. I put one,
Oh,
not
okay.
knowing that it was yours, but after that, I realized. But people just remember we don't get one penny out of any sale from the stream today. If someone buys something in the buy now that we present, Beth and I, we are not compensated for that. We do not
Oh
make a
yeah, we're
penny
just
on her item.
spotlighting. We're just telling you, look, here's the lemon meringue one, y'all.
Oh, okay. So it
It's
was not
under
coming.
vintage ceramic pie dish, not plate. So maybe when
Oh,
okay, and this is the lemon meringue. She's got it for just 14 bucks with make offers on it. And so what was this one? This one was also 14. So she's got a ton of really great things in there. If anybody else has one, shout out because you didn't find any more, right?
nope. It was the only one that came up when I searched pie plates.
Yeah, you see that? What Monique is saying? Hey, by the way, some go for $80, and the little reel that I wanted to show you is a lady talking about which ones are selling 80, 120, something like that. Like the blueberry is very common, she said, but it's one of the higher priced going for, because the trend sets the price.
Yeah.
You anybody can ask anything, right? So I have to show Julie this because I got this in a recent haul and it made me think of you because you were talking about hot flashes, and it says hot flashes aren't so bad. It's the hottest I've been in years.
Oh yeah. That's it. I'm gonna say that to my husband now. Oh, I'm
But
so hot. I'm so hot.
but when I saw that and I was digging, I was supposed to be recording a haul today, and now Misty's gone and bought it.
She's she went for it, and yep, there you go.
I ain't no fool, says Misty. She's probably already comped them. Look at her other one is lemon meringue. And so the I will try to post it if I don't know if I'm allowed, y'all. Misty, will it let me? If admin knows, there's a reel that this lady is showing you and talking about those vintage plates, pie dishes, but the ones with the recipe. So I have two. I have a pumpkin pie, very common, and then I have one that is shaped like a pumpkin and has the recipe. And if I've had that thing 2 or 3 years, I've had it 2 or 3 years and it hasn't sold. I made fun of Tina, y'all. Y'all know Tina, Shelly. She bought like I was telling Jilly, she bought like a lot. It was like 15. I said, girl, those things do not sell. She's smarter than I am. If she buys one thing, she buys 10 or 50 of them. I don't. I'm like, oh, this is cute. This is cute. I buy one. She went ahead and put them on plate hangers and hung them up on a back wall that was separating like in a way of her booth. Sold what I say, 5 in a week. Sold 5 in a week, like 15 to 20 bucks, and that was 3 months ago. And I was said, oh well, there we go. Now I don't know anything about the lemon meringue, but Elisa also has that one, but she's super sweet. So y'all make sure that she's following them, and y'all dig in your stash, because they used to be. Yeah, you purchased them. That's what I was going to say. Nifty said she purchased them in the early mid '80s, and then they were free with something. You said
At the
also.
grocery store.
Yeah, I saw that comment. She's
Eh,
Dave says lemon meringue seems like a good one. Search it up. Yeah.
okay.
Yes. So I just wanted to put that out there. That's a trend. So watch these reels. Follow these people. They're doing your work for you, to be quite
Mm.
honest. Like it's like me. I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none, because I like all the vintage. But then there's some people that they're like, I like this. And let me tell you everything that is about this, and the maker. She tells you which makers, producers are better too. So I'll have to see if I can link that for y'all. So that's one of the trends that we're seeing. Yeah, when you were like 18, wood items. Yeah, Karen, wood is coming back, and that's going to bring us to our next trend. So, Jilly, you want to talk about what we're doing this month on VAMP?
Yes, of course. We launched the Christmas in July, but it's Christmas in all of July. It's not
Yeah.
just one weekend this year. So people who wants to go live and present items, you can do a show of all Christmas, or you can spruce your regular show with some Christmas item, and the next week you bring some more and all. So we're gonna talk about the Christmas thing. As I said, we started last week with Misty when she talked that her what she's seeing is the 90s
Mm-hmm.
going big this year. It will, of course, but there's also 4 other routes to go, and I'm pretty sure on them you can find all of that. So
So I
we
did. I looked into the trends. I look at a couple of different things. Google. I look at the reels. I look at the Facebook groups. I listen. I look. I watch YouTube. There's people that when you get in your algorithms, these people that are doing this research and what's selling and all these kind of things, if they give me the data to support it, like show me, like what are the sold comps over a period of maybe months. Don't just show me, hey, like fairy lamps. Hey, that's how we knew they were trending, right? People started talking about them. Um, and I don't know if Rachel is here, but I'm going to tell a vamp seller buyer success story. I had a amber stars and bars lid only. Literally, I was like just holding it because I was like, oh, I'll just find the base one day in my life and I'll sell it for what they were going for back in the day. What, $30 to $60? So then everybody starts saying, just list your parts. If I heard LaDonna and Misty say that one time, I heard them say it 50 times. List your parts. And so I'm like, that's not right. So I go and I start looking it up. The lid alone, $50 to $60 for that amber stars and bars. And for us, y'all, amber stars and bars as a vintage curator, that's kind of common, right? Like, we see that. And you're right, it was crazy town. So Rachel, Lightning Bug, follow her here on Vamp. She says, okay, y'all, I'm going to bring something because it's how sweet she is, because it's the trend, but I don't know, blah, 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 blah. It's a base. But she goes, don't bid on it. Nobody bid on it. I want to show you this because it's got a little chip. It's got a little chip. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm doing the math, right? And I'm like everybody else. I'm looking up the base. Where can I get a base? Because I know if I can put the whole thing together and it matches, that's gonna do whatever. So I thought, you know what? She was offering it for like, I think maybe $15 on VAMP. And I bought it. She shipped it to me from Mississippi. So the top, I think I have got the top at maybe a early years ago from a garage sale or a estate sale or something. And I was going to save it, a possibility. We talked about that on my live, all these possibilities. Y'all, I got that base lamp. And yes, the little prong things that makes the lid sit on. One of them was kind of chipped. So it would sit just right, but it would slide off if you mess with it, right?
Okay.
Because it was chipped, which she disclosed all the things. And I was like, I'm still going to get it. Y'all, I put that in my shop with a big piece of paper coming out the top. Caution, unstable, small chip, all the things. Priced it at $100 and sold that sucker in 3 days. But I know. And Delana's like, I got to tell you, I told you. I bought a piece from VAMP and she was like, I don't have a top. It's broken, blah, blah, blah. She sold it for 15. She got what she needed out of it. It completed my set. I turned around and flipped that sucker, paying shipping and all. And I sold it in my shop, totally putting a piece of tape with a little arrow. I always try to put a little
Yeah.
arrow to let them know where the chip is, put a big sign on it. They still paid $100. Now at $100, they could have said, because it wasn't marked firm, and I didn't do this on purpose, because in my shop, you can have a business, but and you can be a business inside a business, right, Jilly? You can
Yeah.
be a business inside a business, but that big business still tells you what the guidelines are, and they kind of tell you what you can and cannot do in your business. But okay, so they say if it's $100 or more and someone asks, they can offer 10%.
Okay.
But if you mark it firm, they cannot give a discount. They won't even call you if it's $100 or if it's less than $100. But because I didn't mark it firm, because honestly, it was chipped and unsteady, so I would have taken less. They didn't even hesitate. 3 days in my curio, sold for $100. Total, I have maybe shipping and everything into that, $20.
Mm-mm.
So you can get good deals on VAMP. You can get the pieces to what you need, and that's why I've heard Misty and Donna and them say it over and over. I know Laura sells, like, they'll say, oh, this went with something, so if you have this completes your set. Be looking for that kind of stuff because it's available. It is
Mm-hmm.
in all of the lives. Even like, say, take this is just, I have this, and I think Laura might have said this. She said this, there's a tea set or miniature tea set or something goes with this. Well, what if you only have this, but now you buy this plate, $10-12 from Laura, and you have a complete set. I think what she was talking about was a little mini tea set. A couple months ago, she was talking about it. It went to a mini tea set, but I was just using that as an example. So yeah, that was a buyer seller success story here on VAMP. So I was excited about that. Okay, where did she go? She's on and off. Do y'all see her?
I
Is there anybody? Can everybody see Jilly? Y'all tell us if you can see her. I can see her now. I see her. Yes, yes, you can see her. Okay, good. Okay.
okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Uh,
you. But you
okay.
disappeared for a minute. It went
Yeah.
black.
Yeah. I think. We have shortage of electricity.
It's probably because it's hot. Yeah, she's pixelated.
Oh man,
Yeah, she's freezing.
just a sec.
No, you're good. Take your
I'm
time.
out. I'm out of electricity, so my Wi-Fi is yeah,
Oh, your electricity is out, which is impacting your Wi-Fi.
yeah,
So I wonder if it would you be able to use your LTE?
yeah. It just kicked in.
Okay, so
I
it should work, right? You're on the app.
yeah,
Yeah, that's one things that I learned, especially with the shopping, the shop with me's. If I'm thinking, oh, I need to be on their Wi-Fi, right? But if I worked my way to the back of the shop, it kind of does what it was doing for you. But because I'm going live through the app, if you enable your phone to use your data, that app to use your data, then you can go live.
yeah,
It doesn't matter 90% of the time for Wi-Fi. So I
yeah.
think it's
So
good.
I'll stay. We'll continue on my computer. There's nothing. It's all freezed up on the stream on the YouTube stream. So
Yeah.
it's the first time happening. It's day. It's daylight. It's there's no reason for no power.
Is someone, doing yard work or is it
Yeah,
hot?
it's really hot, and there's the city is working in the park in front.
Yeah. They probably cut something and didn't know it. Yeah. But that y'all, this just goes to show lives are real life. So people who do lives and have technical difficulties or like me can't remember their words or get sidetracked by the ice cream man that keeps driving by, it it's live. You're live. Things are going to happen.
Yeah.
But people are patient. Just kind of go with the flow. They're very forgiving. There's a lot of grace. So just, if that happens, just keep going. It, hope it's fixed soon so everyone can have their fans and AC back. Yeah, that's what we really need.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, you want to talk about the Christmas trends?
Yes, we touched a bit about the polo, Ralph Lauren, and that type of um, decor and ambiance, everything that's related to that. You don't have to find polo Ralph Lauren item specifically, but you can take what you find and fit that aesthetic, right?
Right. So what they said was the 2026 Christmas trends. And since we're doing Christmas in July, these are trending. Get it out for people who are wanting it. But we're also going to ask y'all your take on it too. The number one was still that Ralph Lauren. Now, wasn't Ralph Lauren last year?
I think so.
I think he's holding on. But it's Ralph Lauren in that deep plums. Now, in there's 5 trends that we found. And 2 of them are talking about these deep colors, deep velvets, but deep plums, classic tartans, cedar garland, and antique brass. Um, Anyone that was in Sharon's sale, did it send you to Jillian Beth? Did it not send me and in Nikki last night the same? Oh, I don't know. I think it sent me. So is it not sending you on? I'll have to look at that today. Thanks for letting us know, Tammy. So the number one was that Ralph Lauren look, which I think is that, like you said, the tartans, the plaids, the deep purples, the brass. I think Jerry said the antique brass and brass. Did
Mhm.
you find anything that matched that in?
Not per se about the colorway, the plum and all. We don't have that. But the brass, I have, of course, just where are you?
Y'all, I actually have retired Ralph Lauren dishes, the equestrian set. I have in my booth. And nobody likes to ship dishes. That's why they're not on VAMP. Just saying. But I did find them at a charity shop and was like, "Ooh, Ralph Lauren's really cool. I like the color. I like the colors. I like the horse thing. I like the blue and the brown." And
Hey,
then I Googled them. Yeah, dishes too hard to ship. So I put them in my booth. But the dish sets for those three pieces, 100, they were selling recent sold comps, 140, 150. I'm like, what? Yeah, no. Hold on, let me
so
see.
no, I'm missing about half of what I put in yesterday. I hope
Oh
I hope it's not. It might as well be the when I got kicked out and um, I had to log in again, and the log in again, and every time I chose something, put add to live, and it was not working. So the brass, we have a lots of brass on them. So I have none in my catalog right now.
yeah, but we could drop them in like the community and say, hey, trend one, and just give like one or two little spotlights. Y'all can also go and look through there. Just do the search at the top. Which is like if I went in and I go to virtual antique marketplace, I can literally, what did you do? Brass. What'd you do? Like candlesticks or just brass?
Brass. I look for
There's
brass.
a lot of brass.
Yeah.
So look at all this. That's definitely the little trumpet. Whose is that? I like that. That's $8, y'all. That's Shelly's. $8. I'm surprised she didn't make an assemblage out of that. Get it before she makes an assemblage, y'all, because then it's way more than that. Yeah, we've got somebody's got one scheduled. Who is this? Simply Old Stuff Delane has some brass candlesticks. Sets of dishes are coming back. We've seen that in our store. Used to not be able to give them away. Agree 100%, Laura. That is my friend Shelly does a lot of dishes. A lot of dishes. Um, oh, this one's cute. That's very Christmassy too. Nikki Moss. Nikki
Oh.
Moss has this one. So just put it in the search right here, and you guys can find all of that. But I have them in my booth because I don't want to ship them. So at 120, I have them for 128, and I paired them with that amber. I don't know if y'all know the amber bark tall tumbler glass. I had three of those. Well, I had four and somebody broke it, but I have 3 and 3. So yeah. All right. The second trend. Oh, the other thing that was good with Ralph Lauren. Oh, do you have one of these needlepoint stockings?
Yes. Okay. So I
So
have.
that was under the Ralph Lauren look, the needlepoint stockings. It says deep plums, classic tartans, cedar garland, antique brass, and needlepoint stockings. Nifty says, I've got a few. Look at them.
That's one of yours, Nifty Kitty.
Oh, there you go. She just put it on the stage. Hand stitch needlepoint Christmas stocking Santa Claus. That's at 36. Somebody has a vintage needlepoint Santa pillow.
Yeah.
Nifty. Nifty's got that too. The vintage needlepoint pillow with Santa filling the stocking. It's a pillow. Oh, that's cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Whose is this one? Joanna, our seller of the month.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She has this is it. Imperial Elegance needlepoint Christmas cherub stocking. That color wave is one of our categories. So we'll bring that up again. But yeah, Nifty's got several things, y'all. And they're in this buy it now. So see that little
Yeah.
store with the 28? Go down there and check them out. Okay, number 2. This I think is what Misty was talking about. Return to bright classic colors, bold greens and reds, centerpieces and shiny retro tinsel dripped trees.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things that we talked about. This kind of stuff is that 90s retro, 80s, 90s. But wait, I just picked this up. I was showing Jilly yesterday. This is the planter. Got the deer and the sleigh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how adorable is this? Yes, put your Christmas cards. That, Bug, if you made some Christmas cards with one vintage item on there, you could sell them on VAMP and we could send your Christmas cards. She's
Yes.
very talented. Um, Okay, so it says, Karen says, oh, I'm all ready then. I am about the red and green. I have those deer. I like the spotlighting what people have in trends. Thank you. Those are getting harder to find. I used to find them all the time. What's the mold on this, y'all? What do they call that? There's a certain mold, but I love the quilted.
Yeah. The full plush stuff.
Kimple.
Stuffy.
Kimple. There you go. I knew there was a word.
Oh,
Now, he's got a little paint loss right there, but my Lord. Kimball. Okay. But when I saw this, and y'all, I'm supposed to be filming a haul, but y'all are getting the inside story. I got this at the Purple Bag Day, 50% off. Anything you can get in your purple bag, 50% off, right? No, Kimple. Okay, so LaDonna was right. Stupid spell check. I paid, because I paid 50% off, $2. $2. Yes. Yeah, LaDonna was like, you stole that. And I said to Tina, oh my God, I love these. I was going to give them to her. It's very her. She has a very retro booth. She's like, man, those don't sell for me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I'll put them in my booth. I've sold
thank
them for
you.
30 for the set. Yeah. We go back and forth like this all the time. And then what ends up happening is I will make a vignette, right? And it doesn't fit, that won't fit my vignette, but she has it, and because it's the retro style, it looks immaculate in her vignette. So we cross things in our booth sometimes,
Oh, that's
because if people can envision the whole thing, there you go. Tammy said, I'm hearing brass is fading and silver all kinds trending. My brass is going strong. Brass is actually in 2 of the categories, antique brass and brass, not just shiny brass, because shiny brass is in 1 of the categories.
yeah.
But the antique brass was in that top category over there. So what else do we have that's in here that meets that return to the bright classic colors, reds and greens, shiny retro tinsel draped trees?
Uh, Over here, I have this. Those are napkin holder porcelain elves.
Oh yeah.
85.
Yeah. I like that. Who's got those? Auntie E. Those are cute. That red and green, that classic red and green. Oh, I like these candy boxes. Who's got those? Look, we're shopping. Oh, I love those candy boxes.
Are those Ladonas?
Those are Madonna's.
Yeah, yeah.
Madonna, I didn't know you had those. Yeah, Auntie M, right there. Give her a
Thank
follow.
you.
LaDonna, I didn't see those. Oh, we have a J.C. Penney animated musical plush frog. Christmas Carols for Frogs by Joanna Neves. Follow Joanna. She is, I'm seeing these for the first time, y'all. She's been picking out stuff.
And that brings me to I had a question. I want people to tell me, how do you shop on VAMP? Are you using the searching tool? Do you go into specific categories? Do you go to a specific seller? Or you only go to live shows, and if there's something there, you want that, and then you go through that seller's shop after? I want to know, because right now I'm trying to figure something about the homepage and the categories, and we know the just listed. So when something is new on the platform as a static listing, but how do you shop on VAMP? That's what I
Ladonna,
want to know.
no, Laura says I'm mostly a live shopper. She likes that
Okay.
dopamine hit, right? Like it's in the thrift store. Search and scroll for Monique through just listed sometimes categories. And there's Nana 1982. That's Joanna. That's our seller of the month. We have been spotlighting some of your things that fell into some categories that we were looking for today. I watch the lives, then go look at what else they have.
Okay.
Amber does categories and checks everyone's sales, then they do the search. Yeah, people are adding that buy it now, because maybe they're doing a theme sale. Maybe they're doing Christmas in July, but they've got some other things that you may be interested in that's not Christmas, or they're doing an Avon sale and they've got Christmas listed in their buy it now.
Mm-mm.
And Bug says I go all over the place. I go where
Yeah.
my heart takes me. All that
So,
wander are not lost, Bug.
so Joanna, that's what we do. That's the community show. So we are highlighting items from other sellers. So for us, at first, it is still one of our priorities is to give some bonus visibility to our sellers. So that's one way to do that, promoting our seller through the community show. By, of course, we don't have the physical item to show, but when we put something on stage, viewers can click on the title and they see that. So it's the same thing as if they were shopping by themselves, but we are putting your stuff up front. So that's kind of a bonus marketing.
Yeah, because a lot of times, like if she has regular sales, live sales, and maybe I work, or maybe somebody has softball practice, or they have church or something, they can't make the sale. A lot of times you miss that seller.
Yeah.
So one of the ways to when we were talking about what we wanted to do for our community, we talked about trends, and they were like, "Hey, let's spotlight. We've got great vintage, so let's do that, y'all." I just ran across this that you pinned. It is a vintage golden book with the sweet smell of Christmas, scratch and sniff scent remains book. The scent is still there. Whose is that? It is only $10. It's Katie's from Retro Repeat Boutique.
Yeah.
Who, hand up, who had scratch and sniff stickers? Who lived for the scratch and sniff Snickers? Me. I did. Okay, hold on.
And that's, I'm so glad Joe Bud's Junks is that's Tammy, right? If I
Yes. Hey,
remember.
Maria.
I'm so glad that you mentioned this, because last week I was starting to talk
Yeah, yeah,
about,
yeah.
for us live sellers, to list more static listing, because we went with the direction of, we- we're a live selling platform on VAMP. If you want to be part of the selling community, you have to be a live seller. But people forgot that as a live seller, you have the privilege now to also list statically. It's, I want people to see that as a privilege, because if you don't go live, you cannot sell on VAMP. Then you cannot list neither. So You go live, you have the privilege to list statically and sell through that form. So, yes, you go live, you show new stuff. Okay, okay. But then have your listed by now ready to go, because just like Tammy said, once they buy something from you, they like your style, they like your stuff, they want to make the shipping worth it. So,
Yeah, that they bought one thing, you unlock that progressive shipping, and they're like, hey, you know, it's kind of like I can get these things in my bag for 50% off, but I might be able to get a few other things in my bag. Yes.
yeah.
Um, that book is amazing. Viewers can ask us to bring it into our show, right? Um, yeah, but they could buy it now. They don't need to run an auction. They can just click
No,
buy it now.
if if you put it in your catalog while they are in that's why the best thing, you do a show. If there's a team, perfect, you add by now that are related to that team, and then after, people can go to your shop booth and select more things. But if you want to keep them in your life while you present other stuff, they can shop through your buy now. The more you have, the more the probability they find something. But if they saw something in a show before and it is not in your buy now, they can ask, oh, last week you showed something, I really want that, can you bring that back?
I
If
see
you
what you're saying.
have that in your listing but not in your catalog, you just go and add it. It will be on a buy now format, and they can,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes people really want to make all those transactions while the show is running.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we have to explain a bit more that each time you buy something, it's a sold transaction, but the district is all bundling them, so you can buy one thing today and something tomorrow. If the seller has not done is shipping, it's still progressive combined shipping. So yeah, there's many ways to shop and still make the most of it.
Oh yeah, Nifty. I think some people do that. And they've said that, like they'll bring it, even if you bring it to a live and you say, first of all, how adorable is this? I have stuff I'm supposed to be filming. Anyway, so if you say this is in my live sale today, right? And Misty has said this, several sellers have said this, and they'll say, okay, this is in my live sale today. I'm running this, it's $10. Just know, or $30, whatever. But when it's going to go to my buy it now, but I'm going to have to take more pictures and I'm going to have to list and do the description, everything. So the price may be a little higher. So what I hear Nifty saying is she'll take things from her buy it now, bring it to a live, and discount the price on the live.
You
Because
can
it's
do
like,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
of
Or
course.
you could, like Dana did. LaDonna has a great point. I loved that thing where Dana did a sale. I think it was her buy it now. And all
Mhm.
she basically did was bring up items from her buy it now, but she had a coupon code. And for the coupon code, bookmark the sale. Like I bookmarked Dana's sale. She kept saying, okay, before we even show anything, before we show anything at all, go put this code in your wallet. And you basically just take the code, go to your wallet, right? And we can show you how to do that if you don't know how to do it. And you put the code in. It does not mean you are required to buy anything at that sale, but it allows you to have a discount. I think she did 25% off. So you, with that code, anything you bought during that sale and up until midnight that day or 24 hours or however she said it, you also got the 25%. So people who couldn't be at the live still could go in and put that code in and shop her store and get combined shipping. I actually bought something that day from her with my code.
Uh, I
With the code.
remember. I was there. I saw that. I saw that.
I did, in all honesty, it was a gift from my mother. But I'm seeing another one and I recognize this. I'm going to see if it's the person. I knew it. Check out those vintage yarn Japan Elfie Pixie spun heads. Package toppers. Let's tell a little story about that, shall we? Yeah, that's LaDonna's. I thought they looked familiar when I was scrolling just now. Little story time. Cheryl and LaDonna come. I take them to Katie. We go to Dovetail Antiques. We're shopping. I'm filming. They're shopping. I see these things clearly marked LaDonna because I don't know enough about it, right? You got to know who your people are, right? If it was Barbie's, it's definitely Cheryl. If it's plush, it's definitely Cheryl. When you talk spun heads or glass, that's LaDonna. Me, I'm like, oh, this is cute. So I see it and I say, oh, LaDonna, did you see those? Yeah, I saw them. And I was like, but they're so cute. It's all on film, y'all, so you can see it. So I was like, well, did you? I'm like, they had a whole bunch of them. And they were, I don't know how much they were, but she ends up getting like a discount because she asked for a little something, something. Um, so the next thing I know is she is looking up to see if they're really what she thinks they are. And we find out that they're spun heads, that they're vintage package toppers. And I was like, well, are you going to get them? And she goes, well, you found them. Do you want them? You know, that's etiquette, shopping etiquette with your friends. And I was like, no, 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 that's more you than me. Go ahead. They are very hard to find. They are original. They're all the things. Then we go into a deep dive, standing right there and looking up like where we thought they were made, what year, all the things. And I look over there. LaJonna just sweeps the entire counter, the cabinet. It was in a cabinet. It was like the most hidden thing in there. She just goes whoop, and puts them all, what she must have bought 10, 12, more than that. she, she bought them all. And I was like, well, I guess I'm developing an eye. So when I saw those, that vintage Christmas, I definitely see that. All right, y'all. I see that she is paused, but can make sure that y'all can see and hear. I'll try to keep going with what we did yesterday. Jilly and I spent about an hour on the phone talking about what we wanted to do and looking at the stuff. Yeah, you can see. Can you see me?
I can see you, but Jilly is gone.
Okay, so she's left and left me here. So can I continue? She's coming back.
I had to put my phone in the fridge because it went it everything shut down and said temperature emergency, and my phone is about to die. I'm pretty sure. What on earth is going on today?
Dana says her iPhone. Now I want to touch my iPhone. Mine's hot too, but I think it's because I have mine plugged in. Do you have a lot running in the back? Because that will
Nope,
sometimes make.
I always close everything.
Dana said it's the latest update. Your phone is having a hot flash.
Yeah, that's and I since I my internet is down, my computer, I was not able to write anybody. Hey guys, I'm still here. But yeah, so
It's okay.
my so
She let me
sorry.
know.
So
Bug
it
says sometimes mine keeps me warm at night. Update to is what the internet says. Mine does it if I use a charger that's not Apple.
oh
Okay.
no, but I cannot even charge my phone right now. I don't have
It's too hot.
electricity. I don't have
Oh, yeah,
power, so I'm at
duh.
72%.
Okay. Well, then let's go to category 3. And I
Okay.
know you pinned some of these things. This is nothing new for us vintage people, but it appears to be making a comeback. MCM and Whimsical. And they say nutcrackers, ceramic pre-lit Christmas trees, tabletop Christmas trees. Duh. We've been doing those. Funny story about that too. Are making a huge comeback. So, you got any in those? While I tell this funny story, you can pop one of
Yeah,
those
but
up in there because here's a story time again. It also has to do with LaDonna and Dolores and me being just the oh well whatever. Dolores comes from the UK and she goes while I'm at work. She was going to beat me up about this one. She even claimed it. Dolores goes rudely to an estate sale, a really nice one, with her best friend while I'm at work. She can only take back so much. Um, and she says, let me add to that glass Fenton Christmas trees. Okay, glass Christmas Fenton trees. I remember when those were hot. And any of those glass Christmas trees, like the feather style, that's how they look to me. But okay, you're seeing that trend. She said, I got my Fenton Christmas tree out the bins. Atta girl. Dolores goes to the sale rudely and doesn't take me while I'm at work. And she comes back with this. She comes back with some things. She goes back the next day. It's like 70% off. She buys more things, right? The first time she buys these eight, eight or nine candelabra, plastic candelabra things with the red and yellow bulbs. She was like, I can't take this in my suitcase. I was like, challenge accepted. But if you're giving them to me, I'll take them. Sold those. Those are gone. Next day, she went back at like 60, 75% off. She goes, hey, I brought you something else. I was like, cool. I'll pay you. What is it? She pulls out this. Now, LaDonna, correct me if I'm wrong. White, iridescent, very large ceramic Christmas tree, but it's flat. And it has all the light bulbs and the star in a baggie. I plug it in, it works. I'm like, cool, cool, cool. I'm going to put it in my shop. Donna, I think I'm going to do it for like 30 bucks, 40 bucks. Because that's what original price tag was without the discount. So I thought, yeah, I'll just do the $40. I get the meanest Marco Polo LaDonna has ever sent me in my whole wide life. And her face is like right here. And she says, absolutely not. You put at least $100 on that. I said, LaDonna, that's too much. We can't do that. Yes, I also don't open that Marco Polo. Exactly. So I forgot that I had it. I forgot. Well, actually, okay, so back up a little bit. LaDonna and Cheryl come. I forget that Dolores gives it to me. It's in a box. They go back to Nebraska. I'm like, oh my God, I've got this in this box. I think I'm going to put $30 or $40 on it. Absolutely not. You better put at least $100. I said, LaDonna, that's too much. She goes, put $110 on that and put it in your booth. I said, but like 5 of the little bold things are missing. And I said, and it's flat, like flat. It's not one of those like this, it's flat. She goes, put it in your booth and do what I tell you to do. I'm like, I will do it. Yeah, it sold within a week for $110 in my booth. And LaDonna said, it would have never made it to your booth. I would have bought it if I knew you had it, but you were holding out. And I was like, sorry, my bad. So if you're wanting something, may or may not have it. That just
you
tells
have
you
to you hide your stuff when you have visitors. So that's the key
it's
thing here.
I was lazy and didn't know it. I'm going to say this, learn from my mistakes, sellers. Post your stuff. Mhm. Post your stuff, dig it out of the box. Don't let it sit in a box. put a price tag on it, clean out a box, show it live, run it. As Misty says, if you touch it, you run it. If you see it, say, hey, this is for sale, because it cannot sell if it's in a box. It cannot sell if it's in your storage. It cannot sell if you forget you have it. You got to do that. Clear all things through LaDonna first, Beth. Apparently, that's why you have good friends, and we have that little tab called help, identification help, because I thought it was like a mess up because it was flat. LaDonna's like, no. Sell while it's hot. Don't wait till you think it's going to get hotter. Absolutely. Hi, One Thunder 2. Yes. Don't hold your fairy lamps. I just remembered that I have a hobnail Fenton custard uranium fairy lamp that was here when I moved a bunch of stuff. I found it. So it's going to the shop today because
Ooh.
and it's been sitting there. I looked at the tag number in my inventory over a year. Anyway, it's going today. Don't worry about it. Pick something. What can you showcase that was on that whimsical? Do we have any pre-lit Christmas trees on VAMP?
Christmas tree.
Desi Boho Flamingo. All right, so she's going to put up a Christmas tree. We probably have a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't say anything about being in tubs forever. I know when I watch Misty's videos, she's like, I'm going to touch this and this and this and this. So,
That what this one? Okay, I will move it right now to stage because that's the kind of thing that I love, mixing the style with the purpose of the object. So you got the Christmas tree, but it's a napkin holder.
Okay, I
It's
got to find it because it's not cut. Hold on. Because it didn't come up for me, but I'm going to find it. Probably because I was looking at other things.
it's the Holt Howard tree napkin holder.
Ah. Okay, so that's going to fit the retro bright colors and the MCM whimsical. That's pretty. Whose is that? Only $28 for Holt Howard? Sherry Wilkerson. Sherry, we love that. Dead Chick 1966. Follow her. Yes. All right. What I thought we had a couple of other ones. There's a small ceramic Christmas trinket box. That's going to fit both as well. That's Dana's.
Oh, there you go.
Dana, that's only $10.
Yeah. The small ceramic Christmas
Oh, I
tree
love that.
trinket.
Okay, so who is this? A 9.5-inch ceramic Christmas tree. Looks like a hobbyist. Joanna. Joanna's got the goods. She must have known this. Don't follow her. She's annoying.
She's talking about herself, La.
Yeah, she is. Not Joanna.
Joanna. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got it. If it's trending, we've got it. Okay, then go back to, is there light coming out of that one? Is there a light coming out of the 9.5-inch or no? Joanna, do you know? Is it, well, I mean, she would know. It's hers. No, it's solid. But doesn't it have glitter or something on it? Looks like it has glitter. There's a bait. Yeah, there's glitter, little glitter. Oh, I see. Because she has a light, it looks like it's blue underlit. It's beautiful. How much is that?
12.
$12? $12, y'all, for 9.5 inches. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good. What? Okay. And then so golded, the fourth category, I thought was a great name. Gilded Noel.
Yeah.
Gilded Guilded. Gilded Noel aesthetic. It's a whole thing. Gilded Noel aesthetic. Champagne gold, antique brass, ivory and sparkling crystal accents, and deep velvet textures. That sounds rich.
Yeah.
That sounds, what do we have for that? That
I
sounds Southern Mansion.
I for
That
that
sounds
I
more than my
think
budget.
I went with jewelry for that, and the just a second.
Oh, I see one that's velvet. I know why you put it in there. That's velvet. That's mine. Y'all don't have to worry about that one. But it's in there if you want that
Yeah,
velvet.
yeah, that one exactly the ornament.
Yeah. So that beaded ornament, first of all, I will never make one of those. I tried. Everything hurt. Everything. Arthritis that I had, it was horrible. Um that one is much older. I had a red one as well. I think the red one sold. That one's pretty. I've had it, so I've marked it to 8. That sounds like those 20, 30-year-old jams, right? Hey Rocket Queen. Okay, so go back to Imperial Elegance Needlepoint Christmas Cherub stocking. That was Joanna's. That is the coloring that I think of when I see that gilded Noel, because gilded Noel aesthetic, champagne golds, got it. Antique brass, it looks the antique brassish, and then deep velvet textures, but it also is that needlepoint, so it's hitting too. I like that. What do y'all think about that? It's not our kitsch. What's that? Oh, yes.
I use my candelabra to display jewelry,
Uh
so
huh.
it's not it's not Noel or Christmas, but if you do put some very seasonal pieces right by that, it makes it Christmas looking, and so
Love that, Jilly, with like a burgundy. It reminds me of Rachel again, Lightning Bug. She loves that velvet ribbon. But if you could get like a burgundy velvet ribbon, even a floppy bow on that, oh, and then put even clear little, what do you call those candle inserts? Those clear candle inserts that would sparkle, or the oh, the word that you call for mirroring. No, the just the cups, the ones that sit down. What are the clear cups? Yeah, fill them with things. The clear candle cup votives that go down into a candlestick, and they come in all different colors. But if you got some, what do you call that? Mercury, where they've done the
oh,
mercury on them, because you can buy spray mercury for clear glass. But if you got that silverish mercury with the glass on top of that with a big floppy velvet bow, oh,
and
votive. Hmm.
in that trend, that would be the right place to use the clear glass as an accent on stuff on in your displays and all.
Hmm. Even
Yeah.
if you do like the a rich, oh wait, I'm seeing it. That candelabra, those clear. Karen says she can't find me. Yeah, mixed metals are hot right now. Different textures and mixtures. That is hot right now. So that candelabra, you don't even have to. Very Victorian. Leave it like that. Those little cup things, the little tape. I don't know what they were calling, votive glass votives, and then put a do a like a deep green, forest green velvet ribbon, and red little taper candles, and oh,
Yeah.
very rich. Very rich. I like that. I like the name Gilded Noel Aesthetic.
Yeah.
Sounds rich. Nikki Moss, I'm live. Can someone tell Nikki Moss she's Marco Poloing me that I'm live right now? And they sell well. They are peg votive holders and they sell well.
So that MCM, we were talking about MCM, and since Christmas and the
Love that.
barware, so it's thermos. It's a ice bucket with the drum. So
That
the
is
brass,
perfect.
you get the brass, you get the nutcracker style because of the and the little drummer and all. So, yeah, that would fit the gilded Noel. That would fit the MCM.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put a nutcracker beside that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the wooden dishes with the nuts and all the pieces that uh it just escaped my mind. What is his name?
Mm-mm.
He and his wife Jamie, Al and Jamie. He's but put that with a nutcracker and maybe like a one of the tea bowls
Yeah.
with yes. Are you keeping that or are you selling that?
That thermos ice bucket. Yeah, yeah. It's for sale.
Okay, I was just asking for some friends.
Okay, but my listing are not
I know.
ready on VAMP. Yeah, so I have to.
However, they could message you, right? Because you've sold things. They just have to pay the shipping.
Oh, for of course. Right now, it's still USA is still my main customer base.
Yeah.
When and people pay the shipping, they want what I have. So I always do the lowest possible. Um, it went up on your side, but I have not adjusted my shipping. So right now, it's the Canada Post and the tariffs are included in the shipping that are charged, so you don't get anything charged more at your door. So I cover everything. So yeah,
Dana says just fill a box and it's worth it.
exactly.
Yeah. That's kind of how Dolores is talking about the UK. And it's because it goes by weight, right? And so just make it worth that 2 point whatever kilograms or whatever she does over there. So, all right, y'all, the last one. And then we're going to ask for some input. The last one is the last trend for 2026 Christmas DIY upcycling. We own this one.
Yeah.
Rustic, vintage look. And then there was even things like natural fiber, textiles, and pottery, Dana and Katie. So natural fiber, textiles, pottery, rustic, vintage look, even upcycling vintage sweaters into those little balls that go into your centerpiece, but using vintage sweaters to do so.
Yeah. Uh,
Karen
uh,
said, Jilly is my dealer now.
yeah.
So yeah,
Because also Karen is not that far from me. So across Canada, shipping to Vancouver would be it's more expensive for me to ship to Vancouver than to ship to Texas and California. So shipping to Karen, I can make it really, really cheap for her, and I'm loving that. Um,
okay. I laugh because I'm scrolling back through, right? Because I have not seen these, and I'm like, oh my god, they've got Barney. Misty is gonna love that. That's so her jam. And I'm like, whose is that? Thrifter Junker Vintage on.
yeah, that was for the 90s, whimsical and all. So
I was like, man, Misty's gonna be all over.
So I put one of the assemblage uh, that was using a bakery mold, and because when we talk about Christmas, it's all about hosting. It's not just always the Santa Claus. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the show.
Pretty.
It's everything from your clothing, from when you host um, um dinner, you can create that ambiance by using vintage stuff, of course, and not literal Christmas stuff. So the recipe book, you can sell recipe book, Christmas recipes, and also.
Yeah, I also saw Shelly had another one down there too. Another assemblage that she
Yeah,
made that was Christmas. Um, and then these, look at this one. Sorry, because this is that rustic vintage look. Blondie has a vintage plastic shiny bright Christmas trees set of 5 assorted sizes. Y'all, you're getting 5 of these trees for $18. That's perfect for that is perfect for that DIY, or even any of those other ones, because especially the return to the bright colors. Ooh, who has this one? Dana. Dana with her plastic decorated candle holder. That's MCM too. See, I should have looked at these. Tablecloth. Whose tablecloth was this? Auntie E. That's the rustic. That's the rustic Christmas. That's good. All right, y'all. So we told you what the trends are. That's what the trends are. So says the internet. But what are you looking for? What do you think you're going to collect? What do you think your decor might be? Did this sway you in any way? Or, um, it's kind of like if you say, do you like colored lights or clear lights? I'm a colored light girl, but I used to put up 9 trees. I've downsized. I now only put up like 2 or 3. Um, but they're small. There's only one big one. But a couple of them have that shiny, more Victorian, and those are clear lights. And then I've got my grandma's tree, which is a white tree with the colored lights and all of those shiny, bright ornaments, handmade ornaments, and all of that. So, y'all tell us what you're looking for, what's your collection, what's your decor for Christmas. Has anybody even thought about Christmas because it's too flippin' hot?
It's really hot, but I love that we have all July to, because it's presented, it's offered to us through the Christmas in July special a bit everywhere. Not here per se in our store in Canada. I don't have a section of Christmas in July when I go shopping, but um, I really like starting to think, oh, okay, maybe I'll get that. Oh, that I really like. Oh, that's a good price before when it's going crazy, when it's in season and
Mm-hmm.
more expensive. Um, but I'm not ready to think about shopping for gifts and
Right.
everything related to Christmas. But yeah, for me,
So
I
it
love having.
into that rustic thing, I asked her yesterday, I said, Jilly, do y'all have a Christmas in July? Like, do you do Christmas in July? One of the things that we talked about is our friends to the north of all of us down here in Satan's living room, we're burning up. But the people that are up in the north, we were trying to think, where did this Christmas in July come from? Well, mainly because you guys are going to start seeing the cooler weathers. I know, not now, later. Cooler weathers and snow and all that kind of stuff. Y'all are going to get that way sooner than we never get it, but we might. So you're going to see that. And so people might start thinking winter holidays, winter scenery, skiing, all of those things. So tell them what you told me yesterday about Christmas in July for
Yeah.
you.
For us over here, Christmas in July. I'm talking what I know about in Quebec, maybe in Ontario. I'm pretty sure it's similar and other province. Christmas in July, it's uh, Noël des campeurs. So it's the Christmas of the people who are going camping. In on the campground, it's the Christmas. It's an event every summer in July from the 23rd to the 31st of July. There's a big event. And on the campground, if you pin your your fifth wheel, you're parking your RV, or you're putting up a tent and the kids are playing, they have a Santa Claus coming. They have a snowball dance. They have all that thing decorated for Christmas on the campground. So Noël des campeurs, that's our Christmas in July.
So y'all really do have a Christmas in July. Here, it's more of a, I would say, y'all, it's like more marketing, but like Monique said, Hallmark advertisement. Um, but yeah, Karen says I put up 3 trees, one tinsel with vintage ball ornaments. One is a memory tree with family and kids ornaments through the years, and the other one is more floral. The mantle is all trees. Karen says she doesn't see Christmas in July in our local antique stores much. Sellers hoard it and place it out in October.
Yeah. So that's why October for us in our mall
Right.
and different store, the seasonal rotation is really, really early. So right now, almost summer stuff is going out, and they will be putting Halloween in
Mhm.
store. Sweater are coming back, and snow coat and snow boots at the end of September, and then it's gonna be Christmas. So it's really, really fast moving.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you, Laura. She said, I've got to be honest. I don't like jumping the actual holidays. I feel like they jump Thanksgiving and nobody does Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving, not just because of the food, although those pie plates are going to work well at Thanksgiving. But I think you forget. You go from marketed holiday to marketed holiday, right? And Thanksgiving is more of a family holiday. There's not a whole lot out there. They have early Thanksgiving there. So
Yes.
I'm with you, Laura. Okay, so you said the one that I didn't look at was you said about snow and jackets and everything. You got a vintage 1980s Mikasa snowboard Teddy Christmas trinket box or candy dish. Oh, it's a little trinket box. Mikasa. Okay, whose is that one? Misty's. It's Misty's.
Oh,
Thrift
really?
Junker Vintage Hunter. Mm-hmm. Oh, who's and the other one that we did.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I
guys,
love
it's
these
another
little.
proof that I don't select items by the name of the seller. I only go by the items. When I see something, oh, that's fitting. Oh, yeah, yeah. So there's
I
no
also like
favoritism. There's no, so
I also like
everybody listing
candles.
something has a chance to be featured in the community show.
These candles, Denise Lucelle. I don't know if I said your name right.
Loisel.
Luce. What?
I'm pretty sure that's my pronunciation
Say
in
it
French,
again.
because we have Loisel as a family name.
Loiselle.
Loisel.
Loiselle. I sound
There
so
you go.
fancy. I
Ooh.
sound like what is it called? I sound like the gilded. I sound like
Noel.
gilded Noel. Mm-hmm.
So
Uh,
fancy.
we now see that's for those French people that gilded Noel. She's got 1960s tavern novelty Christmas candles in the original box. They've got angels and she's got little choir people. Those are adorable. Who's got a cookbook? Oh, that's retro. That's LaDonna. LaDonna. Okay, I
And
was looking at everything.
mm-mm.
Yeah. Oh, and then you do have a needle point. Y'all, I got this, right?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Those angels. Yay.
I thought, oh, I'm gonna make these. Because I'm always thinking I'm gonna do something. The wings ain't cut out. It's just pieces of plastic. So now you not only have to cut out the patterns for each one of those little pieces. Who sold those yesterday? Who sold those little? It was Willie. Had the little Santa and Mrs. Claus, and I said to them because I had just looked at that, those are a lot more work than y'all think. Quebec Bon Homie Snowman.
Bonhomme. Oh, really? You have the Bonhomme Carnaval.
Did you get them, Melody? You got them? You bought them? That's right, you did. I was like, y'all, I just bought a whole kit, and I can tell you right now, the days of me thinking that I'm going to make those are over. So I'm going to be be selling the whole kit. I used to make all that plastic canvas stuff in my teens, and now it's coming back. Um, somebody is. Oh, okay. Um, oh, somebody is messaging me. I was like, who is that messaging me coming through? And I have. It's the lady that is considering the, what do you call that, fairy lamp that I told you about. She came in the shop and asked me. I got her number. That's what made me look for it. So Laura, maybe you should craft, and y'all should get together and do a crafting session on some of those things. I have plastic canvas Christmas items. Stay tuned. Hey Gina, and then sell those off. Craft and sell,
Mhm.
because nobody can do that. I have some good burgundy coasters. I'll donate to somebody. All right, so now that we've talked, I know you love to craft. You could do, not, you could either do two people on here or you could do more people, but you'd have to do that on YouTube. And I don't think you can stream from YouTube to VAMP. So, but you could do it with two people here or just bring a couple of people in. They could do a little craft and you could just keep working. And
Yeah.
then when they finish theirs, they could, yeah, it's a craft party. Okay. So what do y'all think? Do you love my favorite? I'm going to vote because I love the title. Gilded Noel. I'm loving that one.
Mm-mm.
Although more than likely, I'm going to put out the regular Merry Christmas stuff. Gilded Noel is my favorite.
Yeah,
I
I
think
will have.
Mrs. already said what her favorite was. DIY, that's all of our favorites because we love that.
Mm-mm.
Anybody else have a favorite?
Of course, my Christmas tree is a mix of everything. So there's gold, there's red, green, blue, yellow, orange. Very, yes, 90s, but I put some velvet in there. And, but it's working. It's working.
Because when you put those ornaments on, you either remember where you were, who gave them to you. Oh, your kid made those.
Mm-mm.
It's putting on ornaments on a tree is so fun when you take a minute to do it because you're like, oh my God, I got this when I was in Alaska. Oh my God, I got this when I was in Nova Scotia. Oh my gosh, LaDonna sent this to me. Oh my gosh, I remember trying to make this and it took me 4 days and it was a 20-minute project for ages 10 to 12. And it took me 4 days. Um, I love the blue, silver, and white too. And bonus, that carries over into January.
Yeah. Of
Yeah, I do non-traditional
Winter
colors, no
Wonderland
red and
stuff.
green.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Multi-ornament trees. Yeah, that blue, silver, and white, that that transitions very nicely into January when people are looking for like clean slates. Your milk glass, start
Yeah.
tying those ribbons around it, red and green, then change those ribbons to silver and snowflakes,
Yeah.
and it works. So,
My
well,
I had and I just took them up. Yeah. When I redid everything, I had a series of angel tree topper, with the cardboard cone and the little tool and those angel. And now I think they are in my box upstairs. Yeah, I
when
have
we
them.
start talking about Christmas, we're like, oh, I have that.
Hmm.
Is that? Oh, I have that. I need to get it out and be ready. Get it dusted off, recomp it, all
Yeah.
the things. As a person who has a booth and I do vamp, I'm going to tell you that every time I bring something out, I recomp it
Okay.
because things change.
Hmm.
Like my fairy lamp top that was originally selling for $10 became part of $100 fairy lamp. So recomp your things because one, you don't want to say you have this bunny and you comped it when you got the bunny 2 years ago, and the bunny was selling for $8. It didn't sell. You wrapped it up, you put it away. Now, this bunny is made by John Smith, and it has become a retired piece and is now collectible. And people are missing this bunny, and this bunny is now selling for $24. So,
You go.
yeah. But finding where you put it. Yeah. But Donna's got a couple of trees too. I like a glass dangle tree. So I love finding out what the trends are.
Yeah.
One of the best ways to go and find out what the trends are, unfortunately, is still going to be. I personally think that collectors, in my feeble mind, and people that have been in the business longer than me, I can tell you what the trends are for furniture like that. But knickknacks and stuff, no, I can't, because I'm not well versed in the history of these things. What I see is collectors, especially when pieces retire or the style comes back around and it
Mm-hmm.
creeps up on you, you start looking at, hey, what are the young kids wearing? Hey, what are these 30-year-old, 28-year-old, 40-year-old families? What are they looking for? Well, they're looking for the stuff they grew up with, right? They're looking for the 90s stuff. And also go into the big box stores, Target, Home Goods, Ross, get you some weird snacks. Try those because that's always fun. But also, they determined that bows were going to be in last year. They brought bows back. This year, the teachers, we talked about it on my live, are bringing back the Carson DeLosa, which is going to bring back anthropomorphic stuff. So watch. I bet you that makes a trend. But you just have to kind of look at what you see the random people buying and kind of keep up with what is being retired. I think Avon is coming back.
I hope so. They had fabulous stuff. Not everything was amazing, but come on, Avon.
Yep.
You can do pretty much everything with only one piece of Avon. It fits in every decor. It was made for home, um, where family were coming together, and also it was part of your home. You had to have Avon. So
Yeah, even the Avon bottles, the perfume bottles, the figural bottles, I shared with y'all. I did a sale and I said, here's an Avon sale. But with that, and that's, you asked me to be prepared to sell, to show a, or to share a seller tip. So that kind of leads me into this. It's a great segue actually, because when I did that sale, I brought all Avon things, right? But during that sale, I gave history, backstory, and random facts about Avon. When did they make this? What was the marking when this was done? So if someone is new to the jewelry game, I I have a list when it was first made, when so and so made it for, when did they make it for Elizabeth Taylor? When did they, same with glass, who, what companies, big name companies, they consulted with big name companies because the average family could not afford big name company glass prices, and it was being made to get the style at an affordable price, thus Avon. So when you're doing a sale, every sale doesn't have to be like that, but you're wanting to engage your viewers.
yeah,
So throw a little history out there, like throw a backstory. I think that y'all put it in the Vine, the little seller tip Vine about give it a story. That's the only reason that I picked up this mug, because I remember the last community chat that they were talking about menopause and hot flashes. So when I was out shopping, I was like, I got to pick this up because they were talking about it. Engage your audience with facts. Ask them what they think. Like we've been saying, hey, what are y'all looking for to decorate with this summer now or this Christmas? Now, I will say this. I probably personally would not be like, okay, here's this item, it didn't sell. That's fine. Here's this item, this didn't sell. This item, this didn't sell. Because it's summer, most people are out and about vacationing. They're not buying right now. They're paying for swimming lessons and cruises. But that's not the time to say, well, what do y'all want? What are y'all looking for? That's probably not when I would do it. Just go live and chit chat and say, hey, uh, thinking about doing a Christmas in July sale. I got a little bit of a haul. I'm unboxing my stuff and I'm going to see if any of this stuff kind of fits the trend. What are y'all looking for? Are you looking for the Gilded Noel? Are you looking for the MCM? Are you looking for what are you looking for this summer? And be like, "Oh, I don't have any of that in that box." But you keep that in your mind. Or people are saying they're going to stick with kitsch, they're going to stick with traditional red and green. You have that in your mind. The next sale that you do, you put it in your buy it now or you bring it. So I think building an audience for me is, well, first of all, it's more fun than just doing a live sale.
Yeah.
From personal experience, sometimes I like to just chill out with someone who is also a vintage curator and reseller, because I kind of see what they like. They get to know what I like. They share their history of it with me. I share what I know with them because nobody knows everything. Um, but don't just do a live to sell. Most of my lives are not sales. Most of my lives, like yesterday's, was a haul. Um, go live and chat. Let people get to know you. I did write down something. I was trying to read it. Sellers buy from people or companies that they know and then therefore begin to gain a rapport or trust with. Um, so take a perfect example. If you're either a Walmart or you're a Target shopper, right? Why? Because you went to Walmart, they never have what you want. They keep changing everything. And then you go to Target, it's they've clued in. It's quiet. It's this. It fits like your personality that day. You go in, you have a wonderful, wonderful experience, and you're like, yeah, I can buy that at Walmart. But man, these people put that. I didn't even go back there. They brought me both of those bookshelves out to me, loaded in my car, and all I did was tap to pay. I didn't even have to walk to the back of the store to go get it. They went there. Man, that's customer service. Now I'll go to that store over store A anytime.
Yeah.
How do I see that Tammy's saying, I hate hearing what you're looking for over and over. You mean in a sale? Well, tell me what you're looking for. Tell me what you're looking for. I think you can do that. I think that at the time of the sale, for me personally, is not when I would choose
No.
to do it in a live before.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion.
Yeah. Exactly. Like we did. We asked the question, "What are you looking for? What you're thinking is coming?" And now, but not in a reaction to not selling something. So I have this. Oh, it's not selling. So I don't understand. What are you looking for? What do you want? Ooh, that's not the way to go. So you
It
can
just
ask.
us wrong for some people. Some people are not sensitive and they don't see it like that, but other people are. And especially if they don't know that's your humor, because
Oh
some
no, yeah,
got a whack job humor. um, then some of us, I can say, girl, what in the world? I could say that to some people, but other people don't know me and I wouldn't be able to say that to them. It's just like your everyday interactions at work or at the grocery store. If you always purchase gas from the same guy and you go in and you're like, "What's up, my main man?" But if you do this to somebody else in Houston, that's a problem. you know? So, it's just setting that. And I'm a big fan. I am not this is not a in the guidelines for VAMP. This is a Carolina Princess only mentality. I would rather see somebody go live and just show me what they got at a yard sale, or chit chat with me, or say, "Hey, I got this box of jewelry. I'm gonna just sit here and go through this." You, okay, switch your business mind. So that's my personality mind. My business mind is by talking to these people, that's intel. You are now finding out, hey, Tammy, Joe Buds is really into the Midwestern or Western style jewelry. I'm not profiling, but I'm just saying but hey, LaDonna really is into that Victorian style jewelry. So the next time I come across that, I'm not going to put it in my sale and say, tag LaDonna, I brought this
Oh,
Victorian thing. But what I am going to say is a piggyback to what the Vine was today, promote your sale on platforms,
yeah.
give a little sneak peek, maybe drop one picture. Hey, y'all found this really, really cool Victorian piece. She's not the only one in the world that likes Victorian stuff. She may or may not be there. If it doesn't sell, cool, cool, cool. Put it in your buy it now. When she's scrolling, having her coffee, then she may be able to. Sorry, LaDonna, I'm using you as an example. I feel like then she may be like, oh man, look at that cool Victorian piece. Oh, they're asking 40 for it. I wonder if I could, wonder if they would consider 36, 35, 38. Send them an offer.
Mm.
The worst they can say is no, and they can counter with you. They can't eat you. They can't take your dog or anything like that. But yeah, I feel the same way, LaDonna. I feel like tagging people, that's a personal opinion as well, brings a little pressure to that person to buy the item. Sometimes I do feel like that.
Like
Um,
when it's other viewer in the chat and they say, "Oh, that person," and they tag them, really is into that, just to make them aware that it's in the show, it's available. They don't have to buy it. It's
Yeah, I agree, Karen. I like good curation of errors and items in a live. I often purchase something I didn't expect to be snagging or wasn't searching for, but if I find it abundantly here, it won't entice me. So yeah, like bring something new and exciting. I tend to buy the same thing because I like the same thing. So I have to breach. I'm not a glass girl. Why? I don't want to handle glass. I break it. So I have had to learn there's a whole bunch of glass buyers out there. And I have to step outside of my comfort zone to do two things: purchase it at a price that I can make a profit, regardless of what your profit margin you have to make. Two, know what you're selling. Don't, because I'm going to tell you, LaDonna is my friend, and she is going to tell me, girl, why did you say that was Murano? That is not Murano. Just because the tag at the antique store said it was Murano, let me tell you why it's not Murano. Well, now I've already been on Vamp live and multicasted on YouTube looking like a giant boo-boo to fool because I have said it's Murano because the tag from the antique store said it was Murano. And she gives me the lay of the land. There's no clear bottom. It's not a solid bottom. The bubbles are not controlled. Da 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 da. I mean, these things are just rattled in my head. So go to people that know, go watch people when they do these whole shows. When they do a whole show about fairy lamps, when they do a whole show about MCM, Dana's MCM. I don't know MCM. I had to figure out what MCM even stood for. So, yeah, do your research. Don't rely on Google telling you it's Murano. Everyone calls their stuff Murano. Um, and when in doubt, just call it art glass. Oh, yes, Autumn. I say that too. Autumn's in. Sorry, Melody. It bothers me when sellers say, "I don't know what this is or anything about it, but here it is." Yeah, I mean, have a little idea. We There's so many sellers that do wonderful jobs in, or just call it Donna. But that's what we have the little chat for, the
Yep.
identification. Now, don't just go in there and don't do your homework and put the picture in there and be like, "Can somebody tell me what this is?" No, say, "I found it was here." And a lot of people will do that. They'll preface and say, "Hey, I looked it up. I see this, this, and this, but this doesn't look right, and this doesn't look right." So yeah. Anybody got any information about that? Somebody's bound to do it, but not just take a picture of everything that you got at the yard sale and say, "Hey, can somebody identify this for me?" Yes, do a Murano tutorial, LaDonna. How about I just volunteered her for something? Yeah, like yesterday, I had a haul and I had that styrofoam head, and I have a project that I want to do. However, by sharing it in the chat, people reminded me, because I forgot, I don't deal with styrofoam much, that some things that I may want to paint with, whether it's spray or this way, will melt the styrofoam. Well, I certainly don't need a melted head. So kudos to those people willing to say, "Go get this Jessup stuff," right? Thanks, Monique. They were able to tell me, "Put that on first, then paint, then decoupage," because I literally was seriously going to slap some paint on there and put the decoupage and watch my little face just melt to a puddle of gummy styrofoam. So they will save you. They really will.
Yeah.
I think for me, the biggest seller tip is uh, I don't say grow your audience. I say if you want people to engage with you, engage with them.
Yeah. Build, grow is subjective. Somebody with 20 followers can do really great because they take care of their 20 people and it's all about them every time. Grow to exponential 100,000. It's not that to make you successful. Building relationship, building your routine, building your habit, building your style, build. I prefer the word building than
Yeah.
growing right now,
Yeah.
because when at the period at the time currently, it's the perfect downtime to build something, to be ready when everything's coming back at full speed. So that's why I'm always saying building, building right now.
Yeah, Karen's got a good point. Numbers don't always mean buyers. And let's talk about what Rummage Junkie Monique is saying. She has a question. Do you think posting pre-bids is a better technique than showing items for first time at a live or on the fly? Did So Jilly, you want to start? What is your
It would depend on the item and the time frame of, if you're showing pre-bid, your items are listed in pre-bid format and you're going live 3 days later. Those have to be really, really eye-catching, desirable, desirable and valuable.
desirable?
Desirable. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, and you keep some as a surprise.
Mhm.
Yeah, you don't put everything for pre-bid. For me, every time I did that, I never got, no, maybe one or twice I had pre-bid on stuff. It's always while I'm live that I'm selling, and they were listed and they were open to pre-bid, but it was not the most successful way to get stuff sold. So
For me, and I've been doing live sales and on different platform for about 7 years. We always did a sneak peek We always did a reel or a post or a short or something to show you what was coming up. Now they weren't able to pre-bid
Okay.
for me, but it was like, hey, I'm scanning slowly, y'all, slowly, because I get motion sick, but slowly scanning, and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna go for this item. And if I see a bunch of people commenting, hey, love that hot flashes mug. Hey girl, I need that hot flashes mug. I'm gonna have a hot flashes. And amen to the hot flashes mug. You know, sounds marketing, kind of markety, but I might not put that at the top of my sale list. The first
No.
thing I'm gonna show. Because why? Got to give people an opportunity to get in the sale, especially if my time frame is, on a Sunday at 11 a.m. Central, people are just getting out of church or just going to church or whatever. So you have to think about when. What are people doing? Like, or is it 5 o'clock Eastern? Are people driving home from work? 6:30. We're in the middle of dinner. What you have to think about those kinds of things when you do your sales. Do them at different times. Schedule them at different times. Nobody owns the internet. There could be multiple. There can be. Sorry, that was ugly. Multiple. Nobody owns the internet, right? But there could be multiple sales going on at the same time.
Yep.
I sometimes have three devices. I got two phones and an iPad. I'm in everybody's sale. So as far as the pre-bids for me is a way for me to be prepared for my sale.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
take the pictures, I make the listing, I divulge the information, I do the calculated shipping. All of that is there. If I'm doing a duo, I definitely want to be prepared.
Yeah.
Remember, if you're doing that, I know that it's kind of like, don't do this, like make a second thumbnail. You just have to remember that at least an hour before your sale, you have to remove that from stream.
Yeah.
Why? Because if I made one today, maybe people who know me more than Jilly, they go to my stream and nobody's there. Now everybody's confused.
Yeah.
Down here, pre-bids help me gauge shipping prices for the item. Yes, gauge prices and shipping. I agree 100%. I'm not good on listing on the fly because I'm not good at estimated shipping because I don't sell online. Those people who with online selling platform experience are very good. They're the ones that in there. I'm like, I'm selling this. And you'll see LaDonna, you'll see Carolyn, you'll see Dana, you'll see all these people, Katie. They're like, oh, that's an 8 by 8 by 8. Put in 14 ounces. I'm like, what's 8 by 8 by 8? Like, how big is that? Like, show me. So for me, I literally basically pre-package that item. That's where I get my estimated rates. So
Okay.
if your rates are way off, go back to that. Go back to literally putting it on a scale with the box that it's going to go in with some padding, and then give yourself a couple of ounces. Because as somebody new, I can just tell you that that's what kept me from coming to VAMP. It
Okay.
was, and I told Misty that 1,000 times. She goes, you ship every day. I know, but I don't have to tell you beforehand. I have to do 7 hours of work after, where now I just do 10 minutes of work before, and it's a lot easier. But I say go back to that. Pre-bids help me prepare.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting to the last minute and going, hold on, my next item is going to be, and I'm pulling it out of a box. Be prepared. Be prepared, because you're gonna. Some people are gonna stay, but some people are gonna lose. Now you're gonna mess up and say, "Oh, I forgot my light" or something like that. You're always gonna have that. But for the
Mhm.
majority of the part, pre-bids, putting in items for pre-bid helps me prepare for the sale. Helps me get the shipping right, right. And if I have three of those items, so say I'm selling three mugs, they're all about the same. I might, now that I have the estimated shipping and weight down for one of them, I could list the other two on the fly, because I have some. Now me, I'm gonna write it down because I'm gonna forget. But also, Pre-bids kind of lets, for me, my opinion, lets the people who are coming to the sale know the kind of things that I'm bringing.
Yeah.
And if I am not an MCM glass girl and you're an MCM glass guy that wants to buy that, you might not be at my sale. And that's fine. Come and hang out with us, all the things. But if I'm a kitsch person and I'm looking for that spun head cotton stuff, and I see LaDonna has listed all this spun head cotton stuff that she's going to do, knowing she's probably got some other things on the fly, then I'm probably going to tune into that sale. So for me, the pre-bids work for those reasons. I am not good at listing on the fly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
also not very good at the buyer's choice, but I want to get better at that. LaDonna said, look at the cake toppers. The thing about that, LaDonna, is one, you never listed them. So you don't know what kind of, you could have put those as an auction on VAMP, right? But you marketed it well. You put a teaser out there. That's what the Vine was about today. So people are like, I am there. You talked about it previously in other lives. So people are like, oh, she finna do cake topper. When is she doing
Mhm.
the cake topper? Maybe bookmark it. She said cake topper. So they were there and they were ready. Um, Also those little things like that, sometimes it's easier to say, like we talked a lot about that, about how she was going to do it. And she goes, I think because I'm doing them so different and there's a lot of explaining to do. Oh, like this one is missing this. That's too much to put in a description. So she said, run it on the fly. Karen says, be willing to sell on the fly during the haul. They might not come back in a few days for various reasons. You might miss that sale. Yeah, that's why I said I got to get better. I got to get better. Mm, good idea, Joanna. Have that scale next to you for weighing. Because I don't know about you. Jilly, do you get nervous if you're listening on the fly?
No, because
Very nervous.
I have built in about 25 shipping profile.
Oh, don't even ask. I don't know how to do that. Nor am I willing to learn. So let me just be honest.
Because
Tammy
you
Jo,
don't have to. You
but on
don't have to.
yeah.
You may need 3. I needed 25, but now yeah. So I'm not nervous at all. If ever I'm under, I just eat that and that's okay.
For me,
I,
it's about making my audience wait while I sit here and do this.
oh, okay.
That causes me angst.
That's why the shipping profile, yes, it makes it really faster. So because I don't have to enter the dimension and all,
Yes.
I go by a flat rate. So because if I ship something to Vermont or something to Louisiana, it's gonna be the same price.
Hey, Laura, I have a question about that actually. It's in my list to ask questions. I make a list of questions. And Tammy Jo, honey, I don't know how to do anything but be honest. My mama says I passed blunt with flying colors and failed tack miserably. Um, you say you can create a random pull listing for each weight category with multiple quantity.
Okay.
So, random pull. When you say random pull, you when I think random pull from games like carnival games and things that I've seen on other platforms as well, they pull something or they show 3 things and then it's like a surprise. Like I'm going to randomly pull this for you later on. You paid for the random pull. Is that, but you're saying you would show all 3. You're going to show all 3 and then you say, okay, I'm pulling this one for you. Because for VAMP, don't we have to show them
Yeah.
what they're buying? Because she did it, but I remember I went and rewatched it. I'm not gonna lie, because I was confused. I went back and rewatched it, and at first she put it down, but then she comes back and she goes, "Okay, so I'm gonna put this pink one since you're getting this other pink thing. I'm gonna pull this one. This is gonna be your random pull." And I saw her do that, and I was like, okay, she's showing everybody what she's getting, but tell me more about this random pull. It sounds like a fun way to engage when you have
So
multiple little.
instead of a buyer's choice, it's a seller's choice, because you present three things, people bid, they win something, you put your stuff away, and then the seller is choosing, that's what you're gonna get.
But yes, but like LaDonna says, but you have to show them what they're getting.
Yeah,
You can't
exactly.
you can't do it later. You can't pull. Yes, good explanation. Random just means you don't know what's gonna sell next. Oh, like so you didn't it's like I got all this stuff right here, and I'm saying all of this stuff is okay. Hold on, I think I got it, Laura. So all of this stuff is gonna fit in a 6 by 6 by 6, and all of this stuff is gonna be between 6 ounces and a pound, right? So I have this whole sorry, I have this whole thing right here set up. And I'm not going to sit there and go, okay, first I'm going to show you this and then I'm going to show you this, right? And run each item. You're going to say all of these things are going to fit in that size box. All of those things are between this weight category. And hey, y'all, I got this, 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 and this. You're not making a name and picture for each listing. It's still kind of like a buyer's choice, but different. Is that right?
That would make more sense to me than the surprise thing, even if you show it.
But you choose the item for them, and they have to be okay with that. Buyer's choice of similar size. Well, buyer's choice is always similar size. That's how you can do 2 for 10. It right? Laura, you might need to help me because it sounds like a really super fun way to engage and for there to be like a non-mystery box. You've created the listing without have to be specific. Okay,
Okay, I think the term, it's the word random pull that is making everybody confused.
but it's seller's choice, not buy.
Misty's using the dummy listing. So it's kind of a template, listing template that you
Okay.
use. You don't have the picture of the item. You can just say light 4 ounces, and then you show stuff like this, and people, oh yes, I want that. So that's for the listing on the fly. That's the
But
light for.
she's put in random pull number one, and she's got 12 pieces of ephemera or 3 pieces of ephemera, and she's got random pull number one. She's already built the profile. She doesn't have to take a picture. She doesn't have to create a description. So I guess I get that. I get that. So Laura says I'm right so far. So tell me, Laura, when do you pull for them? During the live or later? I think you pulled during the live because I went back and watched it. She has she was doing bottles. She was doing bottles. And I was like, I'm missing something. So what she's saying is there's really no picture. I think maybe you pull each item and run the generic profile. It's yeah, that's what I'm thinking. She created that generic profile. They know what they're bidding on. Okay. But when do you pull? Because I want to do it. I don't know. She's going to have to tell me. But that's engagement. Generic profile makes it fast. It's kind of like the buyer's choice where it's a generic profile with a
Yeah.
generic picture, same estimated thing, everything in there. But it's just another way of saying that, I think. So you pull an item and show it, but it has the random pull generic listing. I think that's what she's that yes. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. And then because I remember she was like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and pull this one for you because earlier you bought, it was something pink. And she was like, okay, and this random pull, and I can't remember who it was. She goes, I'm going to pull this one for you because you got that pink. I think that's going to be great if you want to do those with an assemblage. So she did see what she got. I was just thinking to myself, like, how can I do that? Because
And
it sounds
when they are bidding, they see what they,
what the options are.
yeah.
And
But
they're, yeah. I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I'm complicating it. Laura's probably like, yes, girl, you complicating it. But remember, we can't be doing anything as a purchase to win or anything
no,
close to that.
no,
Well,
that's, yeah,
yeah.
that doesn't fit into the gambling style.
I think it's more like a buyer's choice, except it's a seller's choice.
Yeah, that's what I said
But
earlier. So, but everything is disclosed. Everything,
yeah, she
yeah.
did.
So let's do this. I say, okay,
Y'all
I
saw it.
have this. It's gonna be my listing, random listing, blah blah blah, for $8. Start. And now you're bidding, you're winning. Yay! Congrats, you won. They are aware that it can be this, or this. And for you, girl, I'm sending you this one. You won this one. You bid on, you won this one. So
Yeah,
they know everything. It's not gambling at all. It's an auction. I choose that it's gonna be that one in your box, right?
yeah. I think I get that. Because it. It's a way of engaging with the audience, especially for those littles. Because she was doing a lot of little things that I mean, to sit there and take a picture of, to sit there and so first of all, y'all got to show you this, but to sit there and take a picture of this because they have, I have all of these, right? I bought these anyway. Spooky, scary. So she's like, oh, it's little stuff. Like some of that stuff she was making bags with. And so it gave them an opportunity of almost building their own bundle.
Yeah.
They were able to build their own bundle. And I think that gives the autonomy to the buyer without the seller having to sit there and say, hold on, let me take a picture of this piece of yarn that, or this piece of lace that's this big. She's just like, I got 3 pieces of lace. They're all 1 inch, I'm gonna, they're, and she does random draw, I don't know, $5. I don't know, making it up. And then they go, yes, I'm bidding on that. And they're okay with either one of these. And then she goes, yep, I'm going to put this one in your bag. So for me, that makes sense. She's disclosed. They know what they're bidding on. And I know she was building little bag bundles for her junk journalists and stuff. And I was like, why am I not getting this? So I went back and watched the whole thing because I was like, I want to do that. It sounds such less formal than like a buyer's choice. It sounds like a lot more fun, and they're creating their own bundle.
Oh, Ladonna, that's a really good point. Don't use that type of show to hide running new items. Yeah,
Oh, like all less than vintage items,
yeah,
or
yeah.
oh,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Because it is not really listed. Yeah, exactly.
And I think it works when you are a veteran seller like Laura is. I think it work like for me, it's a learning curve. But for her, into the junk journaling, she's done multiple junk journaling sales. I mean, literally, they are going to create a baggie like this of all the little doodads and scraps and pieces and little lockets and all that kind of stuff. And I think as a veteran seller, she is very familiar with estimated shipping, and she's very familiar with that this some of this stuff is not even going to add up to an ounce. So, yeah, the person might want, a yard of this lace and these three pictures of magazine, old magazine pieces, but she's building that bundle, and none of those things separately would warrant the lowest shipping I've ever seen, which is 540 or something like that. So she's building their own bundle, and I think it works mainly with the stuff like she's doing when she's doing that the junk journaling stuff, because it's just so small. You couldn't do it for like making a box of these things. I didn't see how that would work, but I liked that she was doing that. It made me watch it again because I have a lot of ephemera and scrap that I wanted to make a junk journal thing, but I don't know what those people are looking for their junk journaling. What kind of pictures, what kind of lace, what kind of whatever are they wanting for their creation, their own art? I can't say, "Hey, you go create, but I'm going to give you all your materials." That's like saying, "Here's a paint by number. I've already outlined it and everything, but you can paint whatever picture you want on here." Yeah, I think yeah, I think I got it now. Sorry, Laura. I kind of just threw her out there. I'm so sorry. So that's another type of engagement when we say engage and build your audience. If Laura says she's popping up, and I'm sorry, I'm using you again. Laura says she's popping up and doing junk journaling stuff. Everybody that's junk journaling is going to go there. LaDonna says
Yeah.
she's giving a talk. Everybody's going to go there. So we did that with the toppers. We pre-bagged and did price groupings. Then I did, yeah, because we did the build your bundle, and I did that with
Yeah.
jewelry. Remember, I was building jewelry jars, and they were like, "Oh, I'm actually interested in that," and it was less than our little $8 window. We want to keep things a little classy. We ain't the Dollar Tree, so we quality merchandise. But this somebody wanted that piece. Maybe they just wanted to cut something off of it, and I was like, "Okay, what about $2?" And then I was like, "Look, we can't do that. So why don't I make you a bucket over here?" And we put everything, all these one, two, three, four, $5 pieces in there. And at the end, I literally laid it all out, took a picture because I had a running tab with the running tab. So I took a picture of everything. I took a picture that included the running tab, and I made a private listing that
Yeah.
said, whatever, your total was $15. And then I sent them the private listing.
Yeah.
Still had to do the estimated shipping and all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That create your own bundle works really good. Honestly, I like to have the picture of the item sold when I'm doing shipping, so I still have to edit the listing and add pictures. I think what she's doing is like creating a bundle, and I think that she ends up sending them a private listing. That's what I remember. Laura, you can chime in. I'm sorry we picked on you about this, but I wanted to learn about it. Yeah, because she was making little bags. She was absolutely making little bags. That's what she was doing with that. So yeah, but building your audience, finding fun, creative ways, finding things that people are interested in at the time. Um, Also, if you're new, be okay reaching out to people to ask and say, "Hey, sorry, I felt bad, but I really wanted to learn about it." Say, "Hey, Jilly, I'd like to do a duo. Would you either like to join me or could I join you?" I think when I think Carol had a point when she did her Marco Polo, in that she flat out said, "I'm new. Nobody knows me from these platforms. I kind of wanted a little bit more exposure. and I'm pairing up with people in doing this little Marco Polo thing to get exposure. And I think that's, if you're brand new, I think that's how you build your audience as well. Include everybody,
Yeah.
anybody can do a sale. My bundle from Carolyn is currently on vacation in South Carolina. Well, my lord, if it stays there long enough, I might be able to swing through and pick it up.
Hey, Beth, my phone is pretty much at the end. I'm at
Yeah, we're gonna go.
17%. So
You did
it's,
everything you wanted to do, right?
I think I'm, we covered everything. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. And you know what? We'll do that again and we'll have another long talk and people will come in. So next week, I'm doing another show with Bug, but you will be coming back later
Later,
during
later, because I'm about to have to go back to work. But y'all,
later.
thank you so much for joining us and letting us ramble and chat. I've really enjoyed it. I began to kind of grow and blossom here on VAMP with support of everybody too. So, um, yeah, and it takes a village, y'all.
Yeah. And we are happy that you are here.
Yeah. So,
Get those
y'all,
power people in.
if you have any questions, ask Jilly or Karen. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Call Bug. No, ask Dana. No, I'm just kidding. We're there, and we don't come into your sales to police you. We come in your sales because we like to buy and we enjoy the chit chat as well. So don't think that just because we're there that for any other reason other than I was there before. So I enjoy Vamp and I enjoy the sales on Vamp. So
Mm-hmm.
thanks so much for having me, Jilly. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. And people love you. So, see, it's the perfect match.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Go
Thank
ahead
you for
and go
your time.
exit. Thanks, y'all. Y'all stay pretty. Be sweet. Bye.
Thank you, guys. I'll see you around. I'm on vacation, so I will be in other sellers' show, of course. We'll chit chat. And now I really have to close my phone. Thanks for coming. Bye. Oh, thank you. Yeah. And did you see Pink Flamingo? Okay, bye, guys.